Like, for instance, they sound like some harsh punishments to lay on the people, but let's check out how the people's mindsets were. Why would Yahweh come and lay this punishment on these people? Let's see what type of mindset these people have. Turn it to Exodus chapter 32. 22. And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people, that they are set on mischief. So this is when Moses was coming back down from the mountain after he spent 40 days and 40 nights with Yahweh, receiving the laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments of Yahweh for the Israelites. And he came back down to the mountain to find everyone worshiping a false calf and having orgies at the bottom of the mountain. And when he came to Aaron, he said, Aaron, what's going on? And he said, come on now, Moses. You know you don't even need to be tripping. You know these people set on mischief. So let us use the book of understanding and define mischief. First, we're going to define set, because that's describes the mischief. So we're going to use the book of understanding, the Random House Webster's College Dictionary, and we're going to look up set. So whatever we are, however we are, this is how we are with it. He said that we were set on mischief. Set, to put something or someone in a particular place or position or posture. To put or cause to pass into some condition. To put or apply. To fix definitely, establish or decide upon. To put a price or value upon something. To fix the value of at a certain amount, rate, or point. To post, station, or appoint for some duty or task. To place or plant firmly. To direct or settle resolutely or wishfully. So basically, this is just like to fix definitely, establish, live by. This is what they gonna do. So he said that they were set on mischief. Mischief. Conduct or activity that causes petty annoyance, a tendency to cease, tease, or annoy, harm, or trouble, to come to mischief, an injury or evil caused by a person or thing, a cause or source of harm, evil, or annoyance. Let's look it up in the other book of understanding, so we can even get a clear understanding of what the Israelites were set on. Petty stuff, annoying, playing games, silly niggas, basically. I'm gonna keep it real. Silly niggas. Mischief. An act or behavior that causes discomfort, fixture, or annoyance in another. And an inclination or tendency to play pranks or cause embarrassment. One that causes minor trouble or disturbance, damage, destructive, or injury caused by a specific person or thing. Causing mischief, playful, teasing, troublesome, irritating, causing harm, injury, or damage. Unfortunate, harmful. Just a bunch of dumb playing, silly niggas joking, can't never listen to nobody, always gotta be playing around, pranks, pulling pants up in their ass, smacking each other in the back of the head, blowing, throwing stuff. Just the silly niggas that you cannot stand. See, this is what Yahweh had to deal with. See, they don't break this stuff down in church. You never learn in church that the Israelites that Yahweh was trying to bless was acting like a bunch of dumb, playful, never can get it together ass niggas. Lost and wanted to be that way. And was situated and fixed in this condition by their own mindset. And you wonder why the judgments was just so firm against Israel. They never would pay attention. And plus they had this mindset. But see, Yahweh don't change. He put up with you so long for so long until there's no more remedy left for you. And when there's no remedy left for you, man, I just don't know what to say. We're going to pick it up at Psalms chapter 78. We'll see when Yahweh started getting fed up with this character of the Israelites who he created. Give ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your hearts to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in Yahweh and not set it in mischief, like previous verses, and not forget the works of Yahweh, but keep his commandments, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Yahweh. The children of Ephraim, being armed and carrying bows, turned back in the day of battle. They kept not the covenant of Yahweh, and refused to walk in his law, and forgot his works and his wonders that he had showed them. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zon. He divided the sea and caused them to pass through, and he made the waters to stand as a heap. In the daytime also he led them with a cloud, and all the night with a light of fire. He clave the rocks in the wilderness, and gave them drink as out of great depths. He brought streams also out of the rock, and caused waters to run down like rivers. And they sinned yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness, and they tempted Yahweh in their heart by asking meat for their lust. Yeah, they spake against Yahweh. They said, can Yahweh furnish a table in the wilderness? Just like some niggas. Behold, he smote the rock, that the waters gush out, and the streams overflow. Can he give bread also? Can he provide flesh for his people? Who would be that dumb that you know of to this day that would even speak to the Most High like this after he didn't saved your life? You didn't forgot that just that fast. You ain't even made it home yet. You already out here like, can he, while he doing this? Can he provide meat in the wilderness? I mean, can he set up us a table? Is we going to be able to sit down like we was in Egypt and eat meat to the full? Silly niggas. Therefore Yahweh heard this, and was wroth. So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came up against Israel, because they believed not in Yahweh, and trusted not in his salvation, though he had commanded the clouds from above, and opened the doors of heaven, and had rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. He caused an east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. See? The Creator, man, was giving us the best food to eat. And here we is talking about, man, forget this. We want what we had back in Egypt. But being dumb niggas, we didn't realize everything in Egypt was destroyed. Everything we was eating and doing back there wasn't always correct. That's why Yahweh had Moses deliver us the dietary laws, what you can and what you cannot eat on the planet Earth. And that's in Leviticus chapter 11. It tells you what you can eat on the land, in the waters, and it's flying in the air. Now, we're going to pick it up at Psalm 78:27. He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea. And he let it fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitations. So they did eat and were filled, for he gave them their own desire. They were not estranged from their lust. But while their meat was yet in their mouths, the wrath of Yahweh came upon them, and slew the fattest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. Because you ain't giving no thanks, you ain't giving no regard, you just eating like, yeah, we thought so. You know, man, how you gonna operate like this? You was created. You know what I'm saying? You are not the creator. And then he tell you in the next verse, verse 32, for all this they sinned still, and believed not for his wondrous works. Therefore their days did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. And we're going to pick up verse 34 in lesson 14.